Hello, YouTubers. Let's just get right into it. This is your hindsight physical media obsessive with the long promised, or the first of the long promised video regarding my Blu ray collection. Decided I'm going to split it up between two, perhaps three videos. Today, first video, we're basically going to cover A through, I believe, G. I haven't practiced any of this at all. Just riffing, completely riffing. And so I may, have nothing to say about a particular movie, but I might have a 5 minute rant on the next one. Who knows? So I have no idea how this is going to go. We're just going to try to wing it and see what we come up with. As you already know, as I tend to do with my movies, I packed them all into slim cases just to save space. However, I do have some titles that I was not able to slim case simply because they came as a set of 3 discs or more. So let's knock those out the way first. Here we go. First, 300, Rise of the Empire, 3D. The Wolf of Wall Street with the Best Buy exclusive bonus disc. True Grit. One of the rare occasions in which lightning struck twice. Both of these both of these movies, I should say, are terrific. RoboCop, both makes of it, 2014 and 1987. In this, I have both the Blu-ray and the DVDs of both of these movies. Just so you know, the DVD of the original RoboCop is the only way in which to get the theatrical release. All of the releases of this movie have been the extended or unrated version of this terrific movie. I don't think the remake gets the respect it deserves. I thoroughly enjoyed the remake to this movie. Next, The Hateful Eight. You can see I tagged along the lenticular cover. You may or may not be able to see that to fit that in here. I've got this with the exclusive Target disc, this making it a 3 disc set. Inside Man with Denzel Washington and Clive Owen and Jodie Foster. Perhaps my favorite Denzel movie, and perhaps, well, Malcolm X. I can't deny Malcolm X, but between Malcolm X and this one, my favorite Denzel Spike Lee joint. This came with a bonus disc with the DVD release that I simply just slid over to here to make it a 3 disc set here. Jack Reacher, 2 disc movies, enjoyable enough. Not exactly great cinema, but enjoyable. And as I've always said, Tom Cruise doesn't make a bad movie. This is from Finland. Got this, the Star Trek Compendium, which is actually Star Trek 1 and 2 of the reboot, all together in one set. Gene Hackman, French Connection. Got that 1 and 2. This from Britain. Next, Live, Die, Repeat, also known as Edge of Tomorrow. This, as you can see, I combined the extra bonus from Best Buy, as well as you can see, the 3D. So I've got the 3D, I've got the regular set, and I threw in the bonus Blu-ray. So altogether, I believe this has a total of 4 discs altogether. Here we've got the girl with the dragon tattoo. As you can see, I opted for a more darker, more mature cover to this. I had to take it out of the regular packaging so it'll fit within a case. I don't know why, but David Fincher seems to have the most obnoxious packaging of his movies. I mean, when you think about The Social Network, I mean, I hate that packaging. Gone Girl, hate that packaging. Hated the packaging to this because it was just completely obnoxious and takes up a lot of space and resources to entertain. So I knocked it down and put it in a nice black Blu-ray case for you here. One moment. Next, Bad Girls, double feature, Cruel Intentions and Wild Things. The reason I got this in a regular set is because this also has the DVD of Wild Things, which has a bonuses yet to show up, I believe, in the Blu-ray format. We've got The Butler with the Target Extra. As you can tell, I take the stickers from these retail exclusives and put them on the case just so I'm sure of what it is I've got in my collection. This right here, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla, double feature in 3D. I believe this from Germany. Got Gravity 3D, great movie. Kind of wish I was able to get the Lux edition of this. One of those titles that I missed. Got the 2-disc Inglourious Bastards. Kind of jimmied this together. As you can see, this is a custom mock-up of this great movie. And last but not least, in my regular Amray cases, Star Trek Beyond with, of course, the bonus Target disc. This being a 2-disc set as a result. Now, on to the slim action. Got this all alphabetized for you here, starting with Two Guns, with the rather unorthodox pairing of Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Excuse my COVID mouth. I just can't seem to mouth words normally anymore. The 355, which I thought was a good time waster. nice production values to it. 8 millimeter, dark, crazy Nicolas Cage. The two of them go together perfectly in this movie here. 10 Things I Hate About You. One of the better kid comedies. Now, starting with the A's. AI, artificial intelligence. When I first saw this thing was just extremely profound to me. Just sad in profound ways. Just marked by this movie. Action Jackson. Carlos Weathers' I guess only attempt at being a leading man. To be honest with you, I think he had more in him if Hollywood would have given him a shot. Alien Covenant. Amelie. American Beauty, which I guess is perhaps the most lesser of the vaunted Sapphire series by Paramount. This does not play too well, or age, I should say, that well, but it is a gripping movie still. American Hustle. American Made. A lesser Tom Cruise movie, which is still a Tom Cruise movie. So, does not suck. We've got The American President. This is a very smart movie. I believe this is one of those Sorkin written movies. Hold on. Yep. Aaron Sorkin, the smartest, or at one point, the smartest screenwriter in the business. Everything he touches is worth at least a watch. Got Amsterdam. Have not seen this yet. Supposedly I'm looking forward to a mixed bag here. Annihilation and Arrival. A twofer. As far as I'm concerned, a bit of a overrated affair, both of them, but got a good deal of picking it up. So I did. Let me put this over here. Got Apocalypto. At one point, this thing was expensive because it was out of print, but they decided to run a few more. And so now you can get it fairly cheap. Apollo 13. Ashanti. A very, very unusual movie here. If you take a look at the cast here, it's a top shelf cast. But this was supposed to be a vehicle for the Black sister supermodel Beverly Johnson. And that was supposed to be a vehicle for her. Despite the very respectable cast, this thing is a mess. Doesn't know whether it wants to be funny or serious. Um, Definitely a curiosity you may want to check out. Got Assault on Precinct 13, the original, and the remake, which should not be slept on. We've got Attack the Block, first movie introducing us to Mr. John Boyega. AVP, highly entertaining movie. Some cheesy bits that I could do without, yes. As you see, I got a modified covered here to put it all together. Combining the Blu-ray release with disc 2 of the DVD release. So, a mishmash. Bad Company, a woefully forgotten movie, a bit of a gem to me that I thoroughly enjoy. I remember buying the DVD of this, and this cover right here exactly was the one that I mocked up for my DVD. The picture itself here, I mean, just looking at the cover is just stunning in itself. So, got Bad Moms. Beetlejuice. Belly. In this one, I've got the remastered from the 4K set sitting in this one. So this is Belly with an upgrade. Beyond the Lights. Very underrated production here. With Nate Parker from Birth of a Nation. And is it Gugi Mbatha Raw? You know her when you see her. These two lovely folks. This is a very nice, light, romantic drama. Got Black Book from legendary, what's his name? Yes, Paul Verhoeven, RoboCop, and can't think of the other one. With the attack of aliens and spiders and whatnot, but it'll hit me and I'll blur it out. Black Christmas. Black Snake Moan, as you can tell, another mock-up that I put together because I wasn't satisfied with the stock version. Don't know if we ever see a movie like that anytime soon again. Blade 2. What are they waiting on for the 4K? And in many ways, a movie superior to the first to me. Boogie Nights. Book of Eli. This was a very good movie. It's with Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman. Forgot the young lady's name here. Mila Kunis, yes. Mrs. Ashton Kutcher, I guess. Braveheart. Brawl in Cell Block 99. Um, I can't say it's underrated because pretty much is a cult favorite at this point. But very good movie. Breakdown, uh, 90s classic. Breaking. This very quiet movie slipped out last year with John Boyega. Um, Liked the acting in it. Unfortunately, this is a true story of a bank robbery um, committed by a person with uh, noble intentions. Bring It On, comedy classic. Bull Durham, Buried with Ryan Reynolds. Butterfly Effect, which I do think suffers from a bit of being underrated a bit. Got Candyman. We got Captain Phillips. Yeah, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Got Castaway. Um, Another mock up 2 disc set in which I took the Blu ray plus the DVD of the or DVD 2, second disc of the DVD release, and I mocked this up and put it together here. Recently, I saw online on the YouTube an extraordinarily different way to interpret this movie. Um, Helen Hunt, okay, the character Helen Hunt, uh, not as clean and innocent as you may think if you read the clues. Very subtle. Give this a second watch. Check that YouTube out that says Helen was up to some things before Hank took the flight and crashed and came back, and she's with husband and child, and the clues are there. Blew my mind with the revelation. The Cell, Jennifer Lopez movie. Don't have much of her filmography, but I do have U-Turn, which I do love. This is very, very visionary and ahead of its time in a lot of ways. And you got Vince Vaughn playing it straight. Got Central Intelligence. Got Changing Lanes. You got Chasing Amy. Children of Men. Funny Movie Chips. Undercover Funny. Chef Jon Favreau. Undercover Funny. Clueless. Classic funny. Constantine. Contact. The Contractor, which I thought was a very solid COVID era production. Made under the radar, appreciated under the radar. Give this a watch if you have the time. Catch Me If You Can. Very enjoyable Steven Spielberg movie. Copland. I do like me some Copland. Serious cast. Stallone a bit out of his element. And then back in his element. I mean, knowing his limitations, I mean, he gave his character a bit of a disability of sorts. But the whole thing works to make very fine production. The Counselor, one of Ridley Scott's lesser-known movies. A bit out there. We got The Crazies. One moment. Continuing on. Creed 2. Very good, very, very good sequel to the first Creed. But not enough for me to 4K it. I have to have a movie of a certain quality, in my opinion. See whether it's, as I say, if you're a fan of I can't think of the name. Sponge-worthy. Where Sponge-worthy came from. Well, a movie has to be sponge-worthy in order for me to 4K it. And like I said, my mind's blanking out. Jeez. Crimson Tide, which actually comes with 2 different versions. This is a great movie. I'd be interested to see this in 4K. Seinfeld. There we go. Seinfeld. Like I said, I knew it was going to creep up on me. Seinfeld. Sponge-worthy. Movie has to be sponge-worthy in order for me to 4K it. All right. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Cyborg. Which I think between Cyborg and Time Cop, which I have in DVD, my favorite Van Damme movies. Das Boot. Dawn of the Planet of Apes. Dawn of the Dead with Zack Snyder. Daybreakers. The Debt, which seems to be a version of Munich, the Spielberg movie, that I also enjoy and I have on Blu-ray. But this is a solid, well-made movie in itself. Deep Blue Sea, thoroughly enjoyable movie. Deepwater Horizon. I keep going back and forth as to whether this is sponge-worthy and go 4K. If you have any opinions on that, let me know. Leave comments on your opinion on that, please. As with Deep Impact, which has a brand new 4K release. Not sure whether I'm going to do that one, but this is the smarter of the asteroid movies that came out with, I believe, Armageddon at the time. The Descendants. This is an excellent movie. I don't think it is given its proper place in George Clooney's filmography. One of the better ones to me, mainly because it's not basically a George Clooney production. I mean, put him in other spaces and he does fine and makes fine movies such as this. Digstown. Dirty Grandpa. Don Juan. Django. This is one of those instances in which I chased after every retail exclusive disc. So this is like a set of like 4 or 5 discs. And as I mentioned before in the previous video, never again. Dope. Downsizing. Now, Downsizing, I love this movie. I think it has a lot of humor and heart. Undercover humor. I mean, you got to think about it, and it'll hit you sideways. But I'm not sure why this didn't get more run. And as it says, basically an ingenious comedy. Yes, and that's exactly what this is. Got Drag Me to Hell. We got Drive. We got Duplicity. We got Eastern Promises with the new remastered version. We got Elf. We've got Elle or Ellie, and I believe this is another, Paul Verhoeven production. This actress, the French actress, Isabelle Huppert, is a favorite of his. Very odd movie, and it basically deals with a woman's internal reaction to having been assaulted. I mean, I hear people on YouTube avoid certain words, so I guess I'll follow suit till I figure out why I have to. I mean, it's just plain English. But this is not a movie that takes the usual turns in how this woman responds to what happened to her. Enemy of the State. Eraser with Schwarzenegger and Vanessa Williams. As far as I'm concerned, this should be higher on the pecking order of the Schwarzenegger filmography, along with Last Action Hero and Predator and, we're not going to say Terminator, but it should be up there a few pegs higher than I'm sure it currently sits. Event Horizon. There's a lot in this movie, and I learn something new every time I watch it. So one day I will piece it all together in one sitting. All right. get this together. All right. I've got the current Oscar winning Everything Everywhere All at Once. And you know what? I haven't seen it yet. For whatever reason, this title sells at a very, very, very low price point. Had to grab it. I'll figure out whether I like it later. This is one of those titles that you can afford to do that. Excalibur. Classic raunch. Kind of like in the Rutger Hauer, Jason Lee type vein. But a lot of the current British actors, Patrick Stewart and the like, are in this movie as young men. All right, Eyes Wide Shut. I believe this is modern classic in itself. One of Kubrick's last movie, in which he did not mail it in at all. As you can tell, I've mocked this up and made a 2-disc affair of this. And I always found that with Kubrick's movies or Blu-ray sets, the bonus features regarding anything of him are sorely lacking. So I put together a set that I thought was appropriate for this being his last movie. So I mocked up the back, and as you can see, I've got the movie, and as a second disc, I've got the Stanley Kubrick A Life in Pictures, narrated by Tom Cruise. And so this is a very nice wrap-up to a stellar directing career, and I think this is the stellar way to put it together in the man's final movie. Again, the movie itself and Life in Pictures. We got Fargo. Few Good Men. Falcon Rising. All right, Michael Jai White. Let me tell you, this movie brings the goods. You want to see some kick-ass fighting? This got the kick-ass fighting. Believe me. This movie immediately caught my eye. First time I saw it, streaming, and I said, okay, this makes a collection on the fight alone. Otherwise, typical B-movie type stuff, well done, mind you. Fifth Element. If somebody could please advise me whether the 4K is up to snuff, along the lines as everybody goes, crazy over Leon 4K. I would have to think that this is somehow compatible as far as the 4K display. If not, please leave comments in the comment section regarding that. This is another one I routinely go back and forth over whether to make it sponge worthy. Got Fight Club. Got Flawless. Undercover Gem with Michael Caine and Demi Moore. I remember I was at a party and somebody just took me to task over the pronunciation of her name. So Demi Moore. This is a very solid production in which to me, shows up in a couple movies that are certainly worth your while. This being one of them, and the other one is the fantastic Margin Call. Flight. Love this movie. Cannot get enough of this movie. This movie is one of my higher rotation movies. Very realistic in how things would have proceeded. I think the ending is a bit unrealistic, and he just gives up the ghost, I guess, because he's a better man now. But always love watching this movie. We're gonna roll it. Flyboys. Ford versus Ferrari. Another struggle. 4K or not, please advise. Please leave comments, comment section. Is it a go or am I good here? Forrest Gump. Fright Night. The Frighteners. And somehow I got this separated from the remake of Fright Night, which is actually quite solid. From Hell. This is another one of those productions in which I did previously have the 2 DVD set, bought the Blu-ray, and unfortunately Blu-ray did not carry over the special features in the DVD, so I decided to make it work within this package here, and I've got it all in one shot here. Game Night. Very, 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 very funny movie. What am I doing here? Gattaca. Get him, no, I'm sorry. Get Him to the Greek. Get the Gringo, which is a very solid, medium level production movie. This is when Mel Gibson had to bring it down a notch a bit. But still made solid movies, this being one of them. Get Out. Get Out. Girl with All the Gifts. Gladiator. Gone Girl. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Green Book. Thought Viggo Mortensen did a very fine job in this movie. In light of the fact that he's not American. I mean, he's just about as Italian American as it comes in this movie. Big time. And Mahershala Ali, he does a fine job as well. This is a well acted movie. Green Hornet. Gremlins. And Grindhouse. So, that is it. That is your A through G in my Blu-ray collection. I'll follow it with the rest of the alphabet in a later video in a day or two. And then I'm going to make another video, as I said, regarding Wakanda Forever, in which America gets its talking to. So until then, take care of each other and have a nice day.